Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Mystic Mina, the Hood Hioka, and I'm here to give everybody a little video about being in your truth, living in your truth, living in your light, right? Okay, so today, a lot of things are coming out, right? A lot of things are coming out. A lot of people are being themselves. A lot of people are getting away from the rules and the regulations and the constraints that society and religion and love has put on everything, right? This is the time where a lot of people living in their truth. And when you live in your truth, you will get an amount of abundance that's created just for you, right? Okay, so living in your truth, let's just say, excuse me, y'all, I'm just coming over the C word, okay? And I had to get tested for the C word just because of my job. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have got tested for the C word in order for me to go back to work. So, excuse me, my throat might be a little scratchy. I might have a little cough here and there, but bear with me, okay? Okay, so living in your truth will bring true abundance. Everyone on this earth is born, right? Everyone on this earth is born. We have a birthday, we have a zodiac sign, we have a mother, we have a father. We go through school, we go through relationships, and then we go to college, and then we go train for our career and all this other stuff, right? But a lot of those times, it's like we have deferred from ourselves so much. It's like we don't know the true identity of ourselves. And when I say the true identity, it's always what other people tell you how to live, or what society is telling you what to live by, or things that you should find important, or what's the importance of your life is literally getting told to us, is literally embedded in our day-to-day everyday activities, right? But today, a lot of people are waking up, they're coming out of that because they understand, like, this isn't my truth, like this isn't serving me on the level where I need to be served. And I believe due to the pandemic, people started to realize what's really important, right? Because it was a time where you couldn't go out, like you couldn't go to no concert, you couldn't go to no restaurant, you couldn't sit up and go to a club the way you used to, you couldn't go to the mall. You literally have to sit down at your house with your family, with your spouse, with your kids, with your dogs, and real life began for a lot of people. A lot of people were um, out of that loop because they were so used to the life that people told them to live. They didn't understand that they needed that truth in their life as well. So now people are waking up, and it's like they have this truth within their life and they don't want to go back. They understand that they are happy. They understand that they're content. And a lot of times when you think of marriage, I mean, when you think of happiness and contentment, you think, oh, I'm abundantly successful, right? I have everything that I want. I have the career that I want to live. I'm driving the car I want to drive. I am living in the place I want to live. Like, everything is fine. But what the pandemic has told us is, even though the people have all those things and they went home, they had issues. The pandemic caused a lot of marriages to crumble, a lot of relationships to crumble. It caused a lot of people to really reflect on their lives and what they did for themselves and their children, because they had nothing to cloud the reality of what the true essence of them was, right? So today, a lot of people are getting to that. They're breaking away from those chains, and it is a great thing to see. It is a liberating thing to see, and I love to see it because I've always been very authentic. Like, I love the realness. I love the truth. Like, the fakest thing you probably find on me is probably like my wig and these nails. Like, literally, that's it. And when it comes to authenticity and living in your life and living in your truth, there is no greater peace than that. There is no greater message than that. There's no greater abundance than that, because no one can take that away from you. Like, no one can take what's authentically made for you. Yes, you can go to the store and get this outfit. Yes, you can go and get these shoes. Yes, you go get this car. Yes, you can go and get all these things that you crave. But that isn't authentically made for you. It's made for you to enjoy. But at any time, you might look on the next door, look next street, or look 10 minutes away. There's going to be somebody with the same thing somewhere. It is not authentic. And if it isn't authentic like that, then how really, how really great is it? Like, I know everybody want to have nice cars and stuff like this, but when you have an authentic gift, when you live in your authenticity, when you live in your truth, like, that's when abundance comes, because ain't nobody take that away from you. Like, when people say superstars, people that's big music geniuses. I'm just going to say Michael Jackson. Let's just say Michael Jackson, right? Michael Jackson lived in his abundance of musical greatness. Can you imagine the life Michael Jackson would have lived if he didn't have a chance to explore that musical genius inside of him? Like, that wouldn't have been a life worth living. That's why you see a lot of people, like, they have a lot of jobs, they have the careers, they have the homes, they have the cars, but it's not, that's still not clicking. There's nothing meshing in that. Like what they say, the math, they math, and they math, and even though they may have a lot of numbers to add up, they math, it still isn't mathing. And it's not mathing because they have not found the authenticity in themselves in order to enjoy themselves the way that God and the Creator, the Most High, have created for them. If you're in this world, if you're in this realm, everyone has a gift, right? And that gift is for you to discover. And let's be clear, that gift will be with you no matter who you with, no matter where you're at, no matter what you learn, no matter where you go. If you live on the West Coast, you live on the East Coast, you live in another country, you live up north, you live down south, like, that gift will always be with you because it was designed and tailored just for you. Can nobody take that away from you? As long as you're walking on this realm, can nobody take that gift away from you? So if you're not living in that gift, I don't care what it is, you can be like, I don't know, you could be a florist. Like, you could love plants, you could love flowers, you could love gardening naturally, you could love to grow things, like, you could love to help people and give people advice, or you can love to paint, or you can love to play basketball, or you can love to play piano, or you can love to do whatever, cook. Like, there are a lot of things people enjoy that gives them that spark, that gives them that, like, okay, this is it. Like, I can do this no matter if I'm getting paid or not, because it's giving me so much enjoyment in my life. I don't want to lose this. No matter if I'm making money off of it or not, this is giving me so much enjoyment in myself, in my authenticity, in my reality, that I don't want to lose that. And this is where people are at today. This is where people are at today. And if you're in a place where you feel like you want to get to that spot, but you find it difficult to get to that spot, take some time out for yourself to realize, what do you really want out of life? Like, what do you really want out of life? What do you want to manifest in your life? What is a version of complete, abundant reality to you? And you take the steps to make that reality your truth, because they always tell us we don't have enough time. Our world, our life has been excuse me, y'all. Our world and our life has been so cramped with things that's outside of ourselves, right? Even if you figure like, well, all I have is kids and I have a family, I don't have time for that stuff. Even before your immediate family, like, even before your children, even before your spouse, like, you were created as an image within yourself, right? You are created, you are given certain gifts. And if you tend to hide yourself because of the position that you are in right now, or you forget yourself because of the position that you're in right now. And I say position, I mean, you know, you're a wife, or, you know, you are a parent, or, you know, you're this CEO, whatever. That will literally consume you, and then you will feel unfulfilled at the end of it. And that's not how life is supposed to be. Like, we are multiplex, multifaceted people, and there is enough time for you to be a wife. There's no time for you to be a mother. There's no time for you to be a CEO and still get to the joys and the abundance of life that you want to be in and live. Because that's only fair. Like, if you're not living life like that, it's like you letting other things that's outside of you, you're becoming a slave to it. And I know that sounds like a slave, like I'm a mother. Like, no, you're a mother, yes, but when it comes to a point where you can find no enjoyment in yourself, or in your life, or in your marriage, because you are strictly this role right now, that's not gonna end well. You have to have a space for you. Like, even if that space is 30 minutes a day. Like, if you have to have an hour a day, if you're fortunate to have an hour a day, or, you know, like, even if you have a day, or, you know, a weekend, or every other weekend, you need a spot for you, just for you to flourish in, because it would be beneficial for you. And the more beneficial you are to yourself, the more beneficial you will be to your children, the more beneficial you will be to your spouse, the more beneficial you will be to people that you work with and you work around. That's why you see a lot of people, and they have these positions, they have these jobs, they work in these places, and they just look unhappy. It's like you look at them and you're like, something is wrong. What I do, I look, I don't know about anybody else, but I look and be like, no, something isn't right here. Like, you're not, your position says that you should be happy, but you're not happy at all. Like, this money, your paycheck that's coming in, is not making you happy at all. It is a missing link. What is missing in your life? Like, what is it that you are putting on the back burner in order for you to come to work and get this paycheck? Because whatever it is, like, your happiness ain't mathing in it. Like, you're not happy. You can't pretend like you're happy. You're not happy, and people like me can see it. So living in your truth is where true abundance lies. Living in your truth is where true abundance lies. And when you live in your truth, can nobody really, like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, this is me. Like, this is what I love. Like, this is where I want to be. Like, yes, it does not look the way that you want to look, but who are you? Really, like, who are you? A lot of people get stuck in people's opinions of them. They get stuck in their ideas and ideologies of them, and but for why? I know that's not um I know that's not literally correct, but for why? Like, why are you getting stuck in other people's opinions? People always gonna have opinions. That isn't never gonna go away. Like, there is someone looking at you, and they're gonna have an opinion of you, whether that opinion is good or that opinion is bad. They're always gonna have an opinion of you. But what really matters is how you feel about yourself. What really matters is the truth that you have within yourself. And if you stand strong on that truth, and you're stand 10 toes down on your truth, can't nobody make you feel some type of way about living your truth, because it's yours. My truth has nothing to do with you. And once you start looking at life like that, things people say, things people say, things people do, things that you don't understand, things that people, you know, may judge you on, you wouldn't care. Like, you wouldn't care. Your judgment means nothing to me. Your opinion of me means nothing to me. It's not going to change me. It's not going to change who I am. It's not going to change my truth. Because no matter who I am, or where I'm with, or where I go, my truth is going to stay my truth. And this is what you're going to get, whether you like it or not. So if you're not liking the truth that I am in, that's your problem. That's not mine. That's not mine. It's not my problem. Because a lot of times people, they get so, oh, well, they think of me like this. Oh, let me go over here and fix this. Oh, they said this. Oh, let me go and make sure that they think that, oh, they said this. Well, let me go post this because I don't want them. All that. Forget it. It's not relevant. It does not matter. Because then it's like people have the ability, when you don't stand in your truth and you let people depict you and pull you apart because of what their opinions, you become a puppet. And everybody got a little piece of string on you. And whenever they pulling that string is wherever you going. Oh, you feel this way? Oh, let me go this way. Oh, oh, let me go this way. Oh, let me go that. It's like you're just going. You're like a puppet. You're like everybody's pulling your strings, and you don't have any control of your life. Ain't no power in that. Stand in your truth. Stand in your abundance. Because the longer you stand in your truth, the more people will be like, well, she ain't budging. Like, I don't even know you should say that, because if you say it, it don't, she gonna still do what she wanna do. Not to say nothing vile or nothing, being what people say disobedient. But when you're living your truth, can't nobody tell you nothing. Can't nobody tell you anything, because you know who you are. You can sit and you can have your opinions about me all day long. People talk about everybody. People talk about Jesus. People talk about God. People talk about races. People talk about women. People talk about men. People talk about relationships. And most people talk about it. That's what the people gonna do. They're gonna talk. And more people that talk is people that ain't doing shit. You never find somebody that's literally out there living, getting it, creating their happiness, creating their abundance, living the way they want to live, working the way they want to work, having the family that they want to have, doing, and they're sitting around there just talking all day. And they're not saying shit to nobody. They're actually making moves because they understand my opinion does not mean anything. What action am I putting in life? Forget the opinion. Forget what I think about a situation. What are you doing about this situation? People that's really making moves is living like that. And the ones who aren't, yeah, they sit around and talk all day long. That's why you see people on the phone and they say, girl, excuse me, they'll call people and say, girl, did you see? Yeah, girl, I saw. What you think about it, girl? I don't know, because last time I seen them, they was on something different. Now I seen they look like they totally different. Girl, what you think they doing, girl? I don't know what they doing, girl, because they got to be doing something, because I know, because last time I said, and last time I seen them, and last time I heard, and those people ain't doing shit. They're not even living in their truth. They don't even know what the hell their truth is. Because if they was living their truth, they know, and I'm not going to be sitting here and talking about this person. I don't know what the fuck they doing. I don't know what they doing. I don't know how they living. Like, that's not for me to decide. That's them. They live the way they want to live. That's their business. That has nothing to do with me. Like I said, living in your truth, it's the greatness living in your truth. It's the power of living in your truth, okay? And today, people are living in their truth. Yeah, I know what you heard. I know what you thought, but this is my truth. So either you're going to deal with it or you're going to kick rocks. Either you're going to deal with it or you not. But either way, I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to be me. You're still going to get this. You're still going to get this authenticity of myself. That's all I have to give. I don't know how to do anything else. I don't know how to be anybody else. And once you get to that point in life, it will be, I'm not putting my hands in there because I'm missing freaking nails to work with me, y'all. I just work with me. It's not going to be like, you're not going to be in the space of lack. You're not going to be in the space of annoying. You're not going to be in the space of, well, I want to do this, with everybody else looking at me like this, I don't know if I should turn that way, because they may say, you're not going to do that. You're going to look better. You're going to feel better. You're going to be a better person. Like, even with me, I don't know if you guys, how long you guys been here on this channel, but if you go back to my first channel, to my first video, and this video today, I look like a different person. And it's not like I'm doing something that's significantly different. Like, I am making choices in my life, but I am being my authentic self. I'm no longer hiding myself. I did that a lot in my life. I did that a lot in my years. I did that a lot, not because I think because of I wasn't too for sure how people would perceive me. You know, like I said, you go to work, you go to school, you know people, and a lot of times, sometimes people put themselves in positions to make other people comfortable. They don't live in their truth. They don't live in their power. So that was me. I was being complacent through the majority of my life. If I'm me looking back now, I was being complacent through the majority of my life because of how other people felt, or because of what other people think. I didn't really, it came to a point sometimes like I didn't even really talk. And I know that sounds weird that I have a YouTube channel and I'm talking, but it was a minute where I didn't want to talk, like as a child, because it was like I felt like, you know, either my throat chakra was blocked, or it was just I felt like, you know, my opinions didn't matter, or it was something, but I wasn't living in my truth. It took me a long time to get here. Like, I'm in my 40s now. It took me a long time to get here. It took me a long time to get to this point. And once I understand how I feel right now, you couldn't have paid me to go back to that person. Like, you couldn't. Like, a lot of, and even in my past relationships or past friendships or just places I was in previously, if I was to be encountered with those things today, if something happened and those things came to my past, there is no way. I will look at it like, because I know who I am now. There's nothing clouding my judgment. I'm not letting people other opinions cloud my truth. So there's nothing for me to, what? No, I'm not doing that. And I don't care who know, who don't know that I'm not doing it. I don't care. Because the place I am right now is a powerful place. And I love being in this place. It's a powerful place. And I've never been here before. And people see me, you know, I always been kind of like I am almost a walking contradiction, okay? I am an INFJ. And anybody know what an INFJ is? A lot of times you are walking contradictions. Like, we go outside, we may look vibrant, but we're very reserved. Okay? I go outside, I got this shotgun here, but I'm very quiet. I don't know what you want me to talk to you about. Like, it's very controversial being a person that I am. And I didn't know how to use that. Like, I didn't know how to, excuse me, I didn't know how to make that work for myself. Like, I didn't know how to use my power for greatness, for what I wanted to do. I didn't know how to do that. But now, oh, hold on. Let me get this water. The place of power is too great here. I love water, y'all. The place of power is too great here. Like, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. Because I have grown from those places. I have learned my lessons. Like even the most traumatic, times in my life where I felt like, oh, I just can't believe it. Why? Why did you do this to me? I was a good person and you. Why? I, hey, things happen, you know, and with life, it's like you have to endure or you have to experience things with certain people because they're going through certain things. So if they're going through their personal hell, if they're not too sure about life, in some way or somehow you end up being in the circle and the cycle with these people, there is not gonna all of a sudden, they're not gonna just all of a sudden open up and be like, hey, you're in my life. I'm gonna treat you well. I don't know what to do with myself though, but I'm gonna treat you well. That that does not happen. Like it, so you live and you learn. You get over those mistakes. You get over things like that. But I don't even feel bad about those things. Like I used to. I can't sit there and lie to you. It is a process. It is a process of shadow work. It is a process to get to that place. It is a process for you to think like, all those things happened to me? Like really? And with me, the lessons I had to learn for myself or how I get to my truth, it's like I was putting myself in certain situations with people because of what I felt for those people. Like I looked out for those people well-being more than I looked out for mine. That was a lesson in life that I had to learn. Excuse me. But me as a person, besides me being quiet, I kind of had everything together. I never was in trouble. I never did anything, that made me, have a hard life. Just put it like that. Like I was always, going down certain paths. I always had my own. I always had my thoughts, and I always made wise decisions. But I put myself around certain people. That was my lesson. I put myself around certain people who had no clue about what life was and what their life was about. And that would me up. So me being in my truth now, excuse me, what I'm not, no. Being in your truth is power. It's power. Being in your truth. Can't nobody take that away from you. Like, can't nobody take your truth away from you. And that's another gift of living in your truth. Can't nobody take that truth away from you. It's yours. Like, what's your idea of happiness? Like, what's your idea of being in love? Like, what's your truth of life? Can't nobody take that. Can't nobody take that away from you. And if you don't know, and then another thing about being in your truth. I know I talked about love and light and all that other stuff. Another thing about being in your truth, when the people say Decepticons, hey Trey, the Decepticons, you know who the Decepticons is once you being in your truth, because they don't like the truth. People talking about all the devil, all the evil. You know what evil is around you. They don't want the truth around that. Let's be clear. That's another reason why you got to live in your truth. The truth is where the light is. And if you don't like the truth, you don't like the light. And if you don't like the light, then you are deceiving. You are in the moment of being devious. The enemy doesn't like to be seen. The enemy doesn't like to be spied out. The enemy don't want to be acknowledged. I don't want acknowledgement. I don't want you to see me because I want to be able to move the way that I want to move and get what I want to get from this situation. So being in your truth is a form of protection too. Because people who don't like the truth, they'll get away from your ass quick in a hurry. Okay? People that don't like the truth will get away from you quick in a hurry. Okay? Quick in a hurry. Because I want to lie. I want to deceive you. I don't want you to see the real me. No, I don't care about your truth. I don't want to have no part in it. Oh, I can't sway you. I can't make you go another way for my outcome. I can't make you feel bad about yourself. Because I know if I make you feel bad about yourself, I put you in a situation where you're able to do whatever and whatever I want you to do. Because you're relying on how I feel about you. They don't, the deceivers don't want to be around truth. And once you start living in your truth, you will see. You will see you was around a whole bunch of liars, a whole bunch of deceivers, a whole bunch of people that don't want to be held accountable. Because you being in your truth, that you have no other place to be in. You're going to live in accountability. Hi, honey, and the honey and the baby. It's my fur baby. Hi, my honey and the baby and the puppy, honey. The puppy and the honey and the baby. Yeah, you're not gonna. So being in your truth is a form of protection. Anybody that have good will towards you, anybody that have good feelings towards you, anybody that want to have you being in your truth, anybody that really love you, they gonna want you to be in your truth. That's what they want to see. That's what they want to see. They don't want to see you being unsure about yourself. They don't want to see you, second guessing yourself. They don't want to see you really not knowing yourself. Because they want to see the truth in you. The truth is love. Truth is life. Even if it might not sound loving, if you have people in your life that's willing to tell you the truth in order for you to get to where you want to be, or tell you the truth because it's going to save your life, other than people not want to say nothing because I'm not saying nothing. What are you here for? If you can't illuminate the truth, then why are you in my life? Why are you here? Because it's going to be a point in my life where sometimes I may not be able to see things. I might be stuck in a situation. I may, have certain thoughts about certain things, but it's always going to be people that's around me in my circle that'll be like, wait a minute, hold on. What's this? What's going on with this? Are you sure? You need to, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm telling you to look out. Like you need truth seekers. People that's willing to deceive. Oh, what is it, puppy man in the puppy plant? Oh, the what is it? Oh, the what is it? Say hi. Hi. Okay, get there. You need those people around you. So that is my Sunday right. Oh, you guys. I don't know how many of you guys are on here that listen to readings and tarot readings and oracle readings. I started an oracle channel, okay? Go to Timeless Mystic Intuition 111. That's my channel. So you can hear some readings, and pulled out the oracle cards and gave y'all some information about, the 1111 portal, what you do with your life, and, and how to get things going and get your manifestations up and do what you got to do in order for you to get your bag, okay? Get your bag, boo. Get your bag. Get your bag, boo. Hey, get your bag, okay? You know where to get to your bag. Get to your truth. Get to your lights, okay? It's a beautiful place. It's a radiant place. You wouldn't want to be nowhere else, okay? So I'm gonna cut this short, and you guys will see me soon. And peace out.